it as far as the topics that we got. We've been at it for like an hour or so, but I do definitely want to talk to Phil about some things before we exit out. Particularly, you had mentioned earlier, you kind of went into a little bit about the whole baseball situation and the MLB, and so talk to us about that, because one of the sports that I'm always like kind of curious about, especially the process, because we all know how niggas get in the NBA and the NFL, and so I kind of always want to know like how similar or how different is it going through like high school, college with the whole baseball thing and getting to the major leagues or the minor leagues.
Okay. For me, it was at 14. I came from the island to the United States. I went to Trinity Christian Academy here in Boyne,
Right.
EJ.
That's where Don from.
EJ's from, exactly. And what happened is that like throughout the high school, so from freshman year to senior year, there's all these tournaments that happen with like these summer ball or winter ball teams that you play with. So then the best players from different places around the whole state or nation, wherever you want to pick them from, play in these tournaments where scouts and colleges come to see you. It's like AAU, but for baseball on a bigger stage. You know what I mean? Big. And these tournaments I'm talking about are extremely big. And mind you, baseball is played on a big field, so there's a lot of people. So it's like a very big thing. And then what would happen is that like the better you get, the better your summer ball team would be, because coaches will try to get you on a better team. Which again, just like the AAU, is like you don't want to play on a scrub team because then nobody gonna watch you. Nobody gonna watch you. Exactly. Well, in high school, it was the same thing where it's like there's all these ranking 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, and all that stuff. And it's like if your school is ranked low, no scout is gonna take you serious because they're like you playing low competition.
Right.
So then all these things would have to happen correctly for you to actually upgrade from level to level. And by my junior year, I made it to one of the best teams in the nation called the South Florida Elite back then. Okay. And we had at least like, I think it's 12 players from a team of 20 guys that got drafted in 2012 when we graduated high school. So it was a great team. And what happened is once you get drafted by whichever team, you go to wherever they're at. So for example, for me, I got drafted in the beginning of July. And as soon as I finished beginning of June, I think it was. And as soon as I got signed, I went to Arizona. So in 2 days, I got signed.
So I'm assuming the Cardinals signed you?
The Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks.
Oh, Diamondbacks. I'm bugging. Diamondbacks. I'm talking about football.
But hey, that's true. Exactly.
I'm tweaking.
So,
but yeah, Diamondbacks.
Yeah, and then you
wait. So pause. Sorry. How old were you at this time when
I was
summer?
18. I just turned 18. Okay. 18. Yeah, I was 18, and then I got drafted in the 13th round, and then I basically took, let's say, it's public, $125,000 I got, and then also MLB scholarship. Wow. So technically, I took less money so I can get this scholarship plan, which allowed me to end up going to college and get my degree for free because they would pay for it. Mm-hmm. It was a perfect contract, dual contract, and then eventually, once you go to the team, you get there, and then the real life hits you. You know, it's like you went from being a star player in high school. Everybody knows you to then becoming one of a million. And it's like, oh, you're no longer special. There's guys ahead of you that got signed for $3 million.
Yeah.
So if they got signed for $3 million, you got signed for $125,000. It's like you're already starting in the back. Like you're already slow stepping. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was the trajectory through high school was different because I wasn't an American. I was a guy from the islands that came here. And I had 4 years time to prove myself. While, for example, if you were American, you've been in the United States since you were born. People have been seeing you. But for me, it was like I had to be seen. So then I was continuously going left, right, going anywhere, trying out anywhere. My parents driving me places or flying me, living with host families. You know what I mean? Doing whatever it took so I can get signed or get seen, you know?
Wow. So,
yes, sir.
Definitely is a journey.
Yes, sir.
And so what, and were you, how did you get to Germany? Like, what was the Germany situation? Was this baseball related or music related?
Yeah. So for me, it was funny. Like I said, from 2012 all the way to 2017, I played baseball in the United States. So I played in minor leagues and then independent baseball leagues throughout the United States. In 2018, I got offered to go to Italy. So it was the first time I went overseas. And I went to Italy. Italy didn't work out so good that I ended up going to Canada. Canada didn't turn out so good either. So then in 2019, I had no offers to go play anywhere. So now I'm sitting at home. I didn't finish college yet. I have like a year and a half left of school. And I'm thinking like, what am I going to do? a guy messaged me on Facebook saying, "Hey, you want to come play baseball in Germany?" And I literally responded, "Bro, you bugging." and he goes, no. He goes, no, this is serious. I'm serious. He goes, no, this is serious. And I'm like, bro, y'all don't play baseball in Germany. Y'all play soccer out there. Like, don't play me like that. Yeah. He goes, no, I'm serious. It's a serious thing. So then I bought into it because he said we were gonna go to Italy for spring training, and we were gonna go to Nettuno, which is right outside of Rome. So I was like, oh, it's a free vacation, bro. All right, cool. I'm gonna come. I said I will go. I showed up. And I haven't left since, you know. But I literally went to play baseball in 2019. I went to Germany to just play baseball. And then there was a basketball team in the same city. And I was like, wait, if I get to try out on this team and I make it, I can make money all year round. So then I went to try out on the basketball team, made the team. Wow. They got me my first apartment in Germany. So they paid my first apartment for me, moved me from out of a dorm room into a real apartment. And then now, since then, I've created what I've been doing now, which is coach, play baseball, play basketball, and then also make music now.
That's fire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
That's a hell of a story, man. That's
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
it.
That's fire.
Very inspirational.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So you definitely say, including music, your experiences out in Germany have been good. Like everything has been like you like it out there.
For me, it's been both ways. It's like it started off not as good because for me, it's like I'm an island guy. I'm not disciplined at all. I don't wake up early. I don't show up on time. Right. I'm always late. I don't follow rules. You know what I'm saying? Right, and then what happened is in Germany, it's like there's no messing up. Like you can't fuck up. Like there's only one way to do it.
That was my thought of Germany. Like when you think
and
Germany,
that's how
you know
it
what
is.
I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, yo, it must be strict.
The best way I explain it is like this. I was at 4:00 in the morning at a street light. There was no cars. There was about 40 people standing there because we all left the club. The light was red and nobody crossed the street. No one. They just stood there, waited for like 7 minutes for the light to turn green. All these drunk people, they didn't cross the street, but there weren't cars coming for. It's 4 a.m. There's nobody.
They were obeying the law.
Yeah, they obeyed the law when they're drunk. Do you understand me? They are drunk.
He still obeyed the law when they're drunk.
Oh, they're obeying the law when they're drunk.
Crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? And there's this other theory too that I always see with them. It's like because remember, for me, I'm also not German, so I'm just there as an out of country dude. Like I'm also you know. And what happens is that like they have their way of seeing things too. For example, if a car comes from the Netherlands with a Netherlands driver's license plate, the people automatically say, "Ooh, these guys have weed." It's like they're automatically thinking Amsterdam weed. This car is from the Netherlands. There's weed. And then what happens is it's like, in my opinion, coming from a country that's outside of it, I'm like, dude, I can be driving that car and not have weed, and now you're you're just racist or just judging. But to them, it doesn't count prejudice because all it is that like they're just speaking facts in their head. To them, it's like facts. It's like, his hair is nappy, so he's not German. They'll say it, but they don't mean it in like a bad way,
like a racial way.
Yeah, they just to them it's common sense. And for me, it was crazy because. Mind you, I lived in the U.S. and we had our history books and you hear all the things you hear about Germany. And then when you get to Germany, it's like, okay, you can see how easy it was for back in the World War days, things to just happen how they happen because people will buy in. They will just follow in. They'll just do it. They won't argue. They don't want any trouble because they believe that if you buy into the plan, it always works out. Because they're also seeing the country of Switzerland and Switzerland is nuts, dude. Switzerland is like, the rules are how they are and people follow it and nobody says anything. Damn. The taxes are what they are and nobody complains, but it works. You see what I'm saying? It works if you buy in. You know what I'm saying? If you buy in. But that ain't going to happen over here.
Not
over here.
Too many opinions over here.
Exactly.
I've seen the same thing about like Japan too. Like they're really strict over there with rules and laws and regulations. But because people obey and follow, everything runs really smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard people don't litter on the streets at all. They're like clean. Like you get what I'm saying? Like so, which is obviously very different than America as much as we try to like keep up with it. But that too, I wanted to talk about as far as Germany real quick before we dip out. But as far as experiences, with race and stuff like that, would you say it was one of the more places where you had a lot of bad experiences as far as, people treating you differently and stuff like that, or no? it was
for me, what is the crazy thing is that like I am a half black guy that doesn't look it. I'm just white. So then when I show up places, I don't get in the same type of situations that my homies get into.
Right.
But what I started to notice is that like the moment they realized that I was not white like they are,
then they start to
exactly. I would get the same treatment. Let me give you a perfect example. I would be walking with my homies, and for example, one of them would start smoking a joint in the street. If he starts smoking a joint in the street, suddenly everybody would look, and they would like not stop looking. But when, let's say, if I chose or one of my other friends would choose to smoke one and he was white, the people would look and not look as long. It's like, and I can notice it. I see it. You know what I mean? Or they will see you wearing like your pants below your butt, and they'll be like pointing, like old 70-year-old ladies will be like, look at that dude. You know what I'm saying? And it suddenly showed me that to them, it's like, it's more so they're very they observe something and they acknowledge it. They don't have a filter. They have no filter. And what happens is to us that come from these sides of the planet, for example, the United States or the islands in the Caribbean or Latin America countries, when you go to Europe, you realize that, remember, they started the world. Like they came from Europe and started going out and finding these places. So when we go back, we have this feeling of like they're the superior. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because think about it, in the United States, English people came here, right? So they're European too. So when we go back there, it's like their way of living is totally different. They think different. They're different because they're the ones that started us. You see what I'm saying? That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it, for real.
That's crazy, man. Like that, I always try to talk to people about those experiences they have living in countries, especially European countries, because I always get like mixed, people,
Yeah, I feel you.
What about the music out there? Oh, go ahead, Jay.
No, go ahead. Yeah,
I was gonna say like how like so with, you know what I'm saying, you know how it is, because you make like hip hop ish type music, like, so how's that work over there when it comes to like shows and
I feel
the culture of hip hop?
I totally feel you. For me, I realized in Germany that they love old school boom bop rap. Like they love that Wu-Tang, Jay Dilla, that type of sound. What's that dude? Gangstar? Right? Is that
Gangstar?
Oh, dude, that's the type of stuff they listen to now. And if you go to the modern guys they listen to, it's Jay-Z, it's J. Cole, it's Kendrick. So they keep Joey Badass is very big in Europe. They love, bro.
Yeah, I heard they love him in Europe.
ASAP Rocky slaps.
So they're not very big on like trap music out there. They don't really.
They do, but it's like it doesn't fit. How do you expect like the middle class German guy is almost more rich than the upper class here in the United States. So it's like, why would I be rapping about trapping? It's like, it doesn't fit for me because
they don't
correlate.
They don't relate to it. They don't like
exactly. And if they go trap, they go the UK style. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the UK, because in Europe, the UK drill, the UK drill hits Dutch Valley, bro. That UK drill, exactly. It's different over there. You know what I mean? But I think right now the biggest thing they're trying to do is like everybody that does drill is trying to do that pop smoke thing in Germany. They're trying to do that pop smoke sound because rest in peace. It's like or they're trying to chase this like old school hip hop sound that Jay-Z always used to have.
That's very interesting. That's very
interesting. See what I'm saying?
But I've always heard Germany is a fun place to go and visit, regardless. And I definitely would love to come and check it out.
Bro, it's unreal. I'm telling you, it's unreal.
Yeah.
I've been there for 3 years and I haven't left. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I got myself a home girl now. Like I got everything, dude. The thing in Germany is that they take care of everyone. If you're homeless, they'll take you off the street, pay you, and get you an apartment. So you get off the street. They'll do this.
Yeah, I mean,
all you have to do,
From you saying they didn't have a stimulus, but they were still paying people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The country was
crazy.
paying.
Exactly.
That sounds like a lot better than the stimulus. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still getting 80% of your salary.
Consistent. It's consistent.
Yeah,
it's consistent. It's not just one check.
It's not just one.
It's not just one check.
There you
But
go.
you know what? I mean, they abide by everything, so they deserve it, bro. America don't really deserve that. Like Americans got the stimulus and was like, yo, fuck that stimulus.
Niggas would have been buying Casamigos every day.
True, but this is how I see it. I feel like that Germany doesn't put their people into situations the United States allowed their people to get into. That's also the thing.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
There's goods and there's pros and cons about every country. You know
exactly.
That's also I don't know about North Korea though. I ain't jacking North Korea.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But yeah, man. So we unfortunately, I wish we could stay for like another hour. We get
straight, man.
But I'm gonna let the guys finish up saying whatever they gotta say after. But Phil, bro, thank you so much, man. You was a perfect guest. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
The participation was crazy. We'd be honored to have you. You know what I'm saying? In the future, help us on the panel and talk about whatever, man, for sure. So. Definitely thank you for sharing your experience. Your story was very inspirational, and I think a lot of people definitely could take something from it.
Thanks for the opportunity, man. For real.
Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. So that's episode 49. Clay, Don, I don't know if y'all got anything y'all wanna.
I'm good. Once again, like appreciate you, Phil, for pulling up, man. On short notice too. Like I hit you up like a day or two ago, told you come on, and you came on. Before Clay goes, though, I want you to. You'd
have thought he knew for like a week. He was prepared. Like.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Came through professional and everything. But before I get to Clay, I want you, because I know you got something that you're working on musically. So I want you to, you know, what I'm saying, let everybody know what you're working on musically. Before Clay
thank you.
taps out.
In January, I'm dropping my EP to start off the year perfectly right. My first 10 months of music, I rapped a lot about my emotions and my feelings because it was like my therapy, you know? So then in January, I'm going to do one more emotional rap EP, 3 songs, very short and compact, 9 minutes, really good to listen, a quick listen, to let my feelings out one more time before I start dropping some bangers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Before I start dropping some bangers.
That's fire. Definitely. Yeah. And that's going to be on all platforms?
Exactly. All platforms. The name is easy. Wiwi. It's the Wiwi. If you put it anywhere, you'll find me. Because there's nobody else that have it. Wiwi, you'll find it. For sure.
Yeah, man. Again, Phil, for me now, you know, thanks for being on the show, especially being last minute called up, man. Vibe was on point. Definitely hope to get up with you in the future in person, you know what I'm saying? Especially when all this COVID shit go down.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, and then everybody in the chat, man, shout out to everybody that's always sticking with us in the chat on YouTube and, you know, always following us. Don't forget about the Cash App below. Yeah, man. And
episode 50, we're going to try to do something special. We're going to try to have a very special guest. We still trying to get some women. I don't like to be called females no more. Women. Woman. So episode 50 hopefully is gonna be like some games and stuff that we're gonna do. Hopefully, So everyone that's in the chat, thank you. We'll see y'all next week.
Black guys, pull up.
Be good. Peace.